alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Commodores will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Alabama's offense will have the football first. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Using his legs, it's Freeman. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Working that left side now. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
To the air on 2nd down. He's got it down the middle. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Got it set up on the outside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like, the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts off. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space space are going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision if he's open.
Looking deep down the right side. Got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Pushes for the goal line. And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to find the end zone.
That is such a good job by the defense on third down in their own end, rallying to the drag throw. Lots of offenses love to throw that because oftentimes there's a pick, a guy gets free, and he's able to just walk in, but the defense was prepared and they're ready for it. They make the tackle inbounds, now setting up fourth.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the up.
Turning it on. Runs through the tackle. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make good plays.
Gashing the knee on the right. At the 20. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. He'll keep it himself. Gets it past the marker. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field, and shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
I know it was incomplete. I'm okay with that. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Unloads quickly. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They punted away on 4th down. Let's see what he can do with it. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Snatch it quickly on the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Right on the money. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he...
There he goes! That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. They'll leave it with him. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Soft spot in the middle. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking for room, it's Freeman. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Headed to the end zone. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They want to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And that is just what you wanted. You get a 1st and goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss. Put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
He's got it on the run. Touchdown time. A great catch and run for 6. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments. put a stop to that return at the 22. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. Oh, he's got some space. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man. It's Flowers. At the 35, he's loose. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Got enough for the first down and wants more. Touchdown, Vandy. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all of the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Slay. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The give to the back. Got the first down and more. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Really nice run there. Listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but...
Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Power ahead. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Gonna take a shot. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back.
Defense is about negative plays, creating negative plays and creating turnovers. What a great job, not only creating the interception, but doing something after it. You see the blocks after the interception, return it almost back to the house.
Got some room in to the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, they blocked it. He picks it up. That's all I ball. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone.
34, Vanderbilt, 7.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Commodores racing to the line in a hurry-up. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Commodores come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? And the Commodores are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He's got it. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Used to play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big
pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're desperate to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. To the air on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback. Honest, it's refreshing.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Commodores will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. Touchdown time! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Leaves it with the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Offense in an empty set. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds a soft spot in the middle.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down. Good pickup on the play, but not quite to the 15-yard line. That's where he had to get for the first down. They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. You know, gone are the days when the down marker says 4 and you automatically send the punt team out.
No doubt. So many numbers, so many possessions. Everything is monitored. Everything is calculated. And now the analytics say, listen, you got to take more chances if you want to win games.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Flowers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Flowers. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. The Commodores line up to punt it away. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick strike complete. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it right down the middle of the field, and he couldn't make the play.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They bring him down. He's got a first down, but that might be the final play of the 3rd quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Alabama with a first down play to start us off here in the 4th. Leaves it with the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll run it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Never a doubt. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and trailing late, they've got to get to work here. He'll do it himself. Fighting off the defender. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. The Commodores trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing it each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Commodores will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Picks up the 1st down. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Turning it on. And he... And the crowd will take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
The play-action fake. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And I just love having matchups out wide that I know can win. Guys that are so fast on the perimeter that threaten with speed, and guys start bailing and getting out of there and on third down, and I need that yardage. I can go to him, and he'll get the first down on the cover.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Flowers. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Commodores have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And it's good from 58 yards out.
And I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the fourth quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you got to be way more aggressive.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The give. Plows through the defense. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Quickly to the tight end. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. This time they'll go to the running game. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be